And then, obviously the bullpen finishing it off.
Aaron, what was your level of exasperation with the call at third on the McMahon catch?
Because it's $5,000 a pop. That's why Aaron Boone didn't get kicked out. He's been kicked out of 43 games. That's the equivalent to about $225,000 in kickouts. And he's getting grilled. The reporters asking him why he didn't get kicked out. The reporters ask him all year, why do you get kicked out so much? And then the reporter asks him why he didn't get kicked out. Bro, Aaron Boone must be losing his mind. He's going to put himself in Bellevue after this press conference.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, we overcame it.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the splitter. A pumped up Fernando Cruz gets the big strikeout. Ground ball and knocked down by Pena, but it kicks away from him. Dominguez will score. Moving to third as well. It's a big RBI single for McMahon. His third hit of the night. Drilled deep to right field. There it goes. See ya.
Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Yankees return the favor down in Houston. And is Trent Grisham even from this planet? And we've got highlights and Aaron Boone's post-game press conference. This is the best one yet, I guarantee it. And remember, it's New York Minute Sports. It's New York sports for New York nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports Talk for sports nuts.
And there you have it, folks. The Yankees win this series down in Houston, and we should be clicking our heels as Yankees fans because tonight's game was downright weird, okay? It went into the Twilight Zone tonight. Jazz getting hurt, bats being examined, catches not being considered. It was all on the table in Houston tonight, and the Yankees came out with a win because of the mustache man, Reggie Jackson, and Albert Einstein's illegitimate son, and he is a baseball genius this year, none other than Trent Grisham. He hits his 30th home run of the year once again with a huge clutch home run, a 3-run home run to put the Yankees on top for good tonight. Trent Grisham has hit his 30th home run this year, his 100th career home run, and he's only the 7th Yankees outfielder to hit 30 home runs in a season, and that's some pretty good company, folks. I think the craziest thing about this whole Trent Grisham story this year is not the surprise performance, but the fact that he's made us as a fan base forget who Juan Soto is. There has not been a blip in the radar, and the Yankees have not missed a step without Juan Soto this year by adding Max Fried and keeping Trent Grisham, who was a throw-in in that Juan Soto deal. He has better numbers than Juan Soto this deal, and he's projecting to be the equivalent to Bryce Harper on the Phillies this year. Trent Grisham is having what I would say an MVP caliber style year for the New York Yankees. And once again, it gets up to crunch time. He gets in the batter's box. How do you guys feel as a Yankee fan? Because I feel as confident as I can be. The guys that I feel good about being in the box are Trent Grisham and Cody Bellinger at this point. And those are the guys that I want with the game on the line in crunch time. Now, Jazz Chisholm did get hurt tonight. He hit his knee in the batter's box, and then Altuve slid into his other knee, so he had dual contusions on both knees and took himself out of the game tonight. So hopefully, pray to whatever tree you hug, pray to whatever God you pray to, and hope that Jazz Chisholm has a fast recovery because he is a main cog in this team. Another guy with 30 home runs, and he's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, and hopefully Jazz Chisholm returns soon. But the Yankees win the series down in Houston. This is a statement series win. It looked a little rough. Luke Weaver looks like he's hitting a real rough spot in the season, and I think that is reverberations from him holding the fort down while everybody was hurt after the All-Star break. They used Luke Weaver too much, and they have been a little shaky in the bullpen, but then guess what? Cruz comes in tonight in cruise control and shuts it down in the 7th inning. And now I know why Aaron Boone has such a man crush on this guy when you saw him get out of the 7th inning in a huge spot that the Yankees needed desperately tonight. But one of the weirdest parts of the evening was the Ryan McMahon scoop transfer that apparently the umpires on the field and Boston Brian didn't think was a catch. Do you know who Boston Brian is? Because we're going to find out real quick, thanks to the guys over at John Boy Media.
He caught that ball.
Look,
That's on the transfer.
Boston
How stupid are you? Brian. Hey.
He caught that on the fly.
Okay.
Okay, give me the phone.
Adrian Johnson, go sass his ass. Look at this chump.
Hey,
That guy smells like
he's such an idiot. This on the fly, dude.
Clearly in the glove.
What a
He has secured the
punk.
ball, and now on the transfer, he opens the glove and loses it. That is classic definition of
Tell him.
So that is the definition of a transfer in baseball. Not to mention the same guy that was killing the Yankees behind the plate last night called this a non-catch. Then Aaron Boone comes out of the dugout and he does his best performance not to get kicked out of this game. And then, because he wanted to go scorched earth once again, and look who it is. It's Boston Brian. And you might ask why I'm calling him Boston Brian. Because after last night's terrible performance, this popped up on social media. So we got Boston Brian, the umpire from last night's game that sandbagged us, and the guy that said this isn't a catch grew up a Boston Red Sox fan. Major League Baseball didn't look into this, and I'll tell you this much. I don't know if I was an umpire and we were against the Boston Red Sox if I could call a fair game. So I smell collusion. I'm never one to blame it on the umpires because the team that loses and complains about the umpire could have done a million things before you get to where the umpires are dictating the game. But it seems like this guy has a pattern and a history, and it's just not against the New York Yankees. And Aaron Boone was doing everything he could not to get thrown out of this game tonight. Because if you think about it, I looked it up tonight. It's roughly between $5,000 to $8,000 every time you get ejected from a baseball game as a manager. Aaron Boone's had 43. So let's just round that down to 5,000. Aaron Boone's paid about $225,000 in fines this year, and he probably looked at his Wells Fargo checking account before he ran out onto the field and Boston Brian gave him an ulcer. So I don't come with unfounded facts, and I don't come speaking reckless and out of pocket here in New York Minute. I came with the receipts about Boston Brian.
Pitch. And just with that, apparently, home plate umpire Walsh said, no, that looked like a strike.
How much more of the plate do you want?
Wow.
The payoff. Strike three, Chisholm down looking, ball game over, and the Yankees lose 8-7, and Chisholm arguing his case. And the pinch hitter Dominguez takes him, a very productive player.
He just fits this roster.
What happens in tonight's game, as we saw a couple of times, including last night.
just missed hitting him.
Marte. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So I told you I bring the receipts, and the biggest problem with this umpire crew, when you leave town as an umpiring crew, nobody that went to those games or watched those games on TV should know what your name is. If you are doing a good job as an umpire, no one knows who you are for your whole career. Only the Angel Hernandezes of the world that was literally thrown out of baseball for being such a terrible umpire are the people that we remember. Then after all the umpire drama, now we enter the Twilight Zone. They start checking the Houston Astros batter's bat for pine tar or a cork. I haven't seen that since Sammy Sosa was on the White Sox, and they did that in the middle of the game.
The bat. What is going on? Business just picked up in Houston, folks.
Also, how do they let that player continue to play the game when his bat is being inspected by Major League Baseball umpires and they stop the game? Shouldn't they see if the bat's illegal since the runner got on base with an illegal bat, but he was continued to finish the game? So I don't get it because I was making my notes at the end of the game. Let me know in the comments below. What are the baseball rules on that? Was this just gamesmanship from Aaron Boone and the Yankees? Or did the Yankees know something? Because that player on Houston had been in the Yankees farm system for 4 years. So apparently they're very familiar with this guy, and there has been hints of him doctoring the bat. So I think the Yankees might have kept this in their back pocket until the third game of the series, and that's exactly what they executed tonight. Now, let's go to Aaron Boone, Bubbles, Baboon, Buffoon. Aaron Boone's post-game press conference, and even he was on his best behavior tonight, not getting kicked out of the game. I don't know if somebody talked to him, or I don't know if he just doesn't want to look like a loose cannon in front of national TV 2 nights in a row. But Aaron Boone bit his lip, and the Yankees came out with the win tonight. Let's go to Aaron Boone.
With the bat there with Trammell.
It's just something we noticed this series and asked the league about, and you're not allowed to do anything to your bat. So I'm not saying he was. We noticed it, and the league thought it maybe was illegal too. So I wanted to at least ask about it.
What do you think that he may have been doing to the bat?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
To be clear,
So what are you talking about, Boone? I wanted him to check the bat. You're not allowed to do anything to the bat. So what do you think was wrong with the bat? I don't know. So we heard some things by the league. Aaron Boone talks out of both sides of his mouth, and I love it. In this case, this is good when you talk out of both sides of your mouth, Aaron Boone. Good job, bud. When you shavagava all the time, that's when it comes in handy to the rest of the league and the Houston Astros. You know what this is? This is a big FU to the Astros about the cheating thing. Aaron Boone is being a little tongue-in-cheek. He's being a little coy. He's being a little boy with his finger in the dike, acting like the lost boy in the woods routine, and I absolutely love it, Aaron Boone. Stick it to those cheater assholes as much as you possibly can. Check their bats. Check their cups. I don't know, maybe Luke Weaver might like that. But Aaron Boone, make them check everything. Break them out of their rhythm. Do something, because you know that the Houston Astros deserve everything they get after the trash can symphony and the censor senseis like Jose Altuve.
We noticed it.
Censor sensei?
And the league thought it maybe was illegal too. So I wanted to at least ask about it.
What do you think that he may have been doing to the bat?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
To be clear, do you mean it's like on the end of the bat?
No, it was on the discoloration was on the label. Like, I don't know if it was just natural or if it was, I don't know. And I don't want to accuse Taylor. I'm not saying anything untowards or whatever.
Boone, you are a rascal, bro. You start a fire in the middle of the room and then you leave and you go, I don't know, it just got hot in there and I left. I don't know what I'm doing, but something was going on. I'm not saying anything. It's kind of like when somebody says, I'm not going to bust your balls, but then they bust your balls. Or, I'm not going to tell you, and then they tell you. Aaron Boone, this is a masterclass. Anybody that wants a masterclass in bullshit, it's Aaron Boone tonight, but this is good for the New York Yankees because I love it. The Houston Astros must be so goddamn pissed right now.
We noticed it, though, on video while we were here, and we actually mentioned it to the league, and they said, no, that looks like an illegal bat. So that was it.
Aaron, did you mention it to the league?
Huh?
When did you mention it to the league?
I asked about it, I think, today.
Aaron, as that's unfolding at the same time, you want Bednar to remain sharp. Just that layoff. Just are you worried about
with the bat thing? Aaron Boone was holding that in his back pocket. Remember what I was saying? Did it have any truth or any validity to it, or was it gamesmanship? I'm sniffing gamesmanship. He's putting the blame on Major League Baseball, and I'm here for every second of it.
about him kind of going back? Not worried about, but just him staying ready to be focused in to face the next batter as that's all kind of unfolding.
I mean, he's pretty headstrong, and
Bro, the fact that the New York Yankees are able to win games with having 3 errors is absolutely insane. This team's got to be good and talented and be able to score runs when you can screw up with 3 errors and still beat a pretty decent team in the Houston Astros. Just think about this in make-believe land for a second. If the New York Yankees, what kind of team they would be if they didn't make the mistakes that they did and self-sabotage all the time? They'd be the best team in baseball.
So confident he would be able to lock in through it, and thought he did.
Some big pitching performances all the way around today with Rodón there in that 6th inning. He had to overcome a lot of adversity. What does it say about him?
Carlos Rodón, another good start, another reliable guy. Gone are the days that he's a mental patient on the mound. Gone are the days where he gasses himself out. He's comfortable in his own skin. He knows who he is now. We got the San Francisco, Chicago White Sox, Cy Young caliber, Carlos Rodón, and the Yankees are going to be dangerous. I want him to prove it in the postseason. Please, if he carries this over into the postseason, I will hoist the man upon his shoulders and make him a statue out of paper mache or a very nice orderly diorama. Don't know yet which one yet, haven't decided, but he's on his way.
That he was able to get out of that inning.
Yeah, I thought he threw great today. I thought his fastball was really good, and the changeup with all those righties, I thought he used his changeup so well, and he had a good fastball to go with it too. So I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good even deep into the outing. I thought he was almost getting sharper and just pitching, and a big 6 innings for us, and then obviously the bullpen finishing it off.
Aaron, what was your level of exasperation with the call at third on the McMahon catch?
So pretty much what he's asking is, how did you hold your brain together, Aaron Boone, when you saw Ryan McMahon catch the ball tonight, and then Boston Brian said no catch, and you didn't get thrown out?
What's the scale?
I mean, at the upset of the night is probably you didn't get thrown out there.
Yeah.
So how did you?
Because it's $5,000 a pop. That's why Aaron Boone didn't get kicked out. He's been kicked out of 43 games. That's the equivalent to about $225,000 in kickouts. And he's getting grilled. The reporters asking him why he didn't get kicked out. The reporters ask him all year, why do you get kicked out so much? And then the reporter asks him why he didn't get kicked out. Bro, Aaron Boone must be losing his mind. He's going to put himself in Bellevue after this press conference.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just we overcame it.
Guys, this is a huge start to that 12-game series that we were talking about. I saw a lot of people in the comments section saying that we were going to get swept by Houston and that we were going to lose this series to Houston. It didn't look pretty. It was funky at times. Ben Rice had a rough night at first base tonight, but I think he's getting a little challenge going back from first base and catcher. But the Yankees escaped Houston with a series win. I said in the beginning of this 12-game series, you are looking for 7-5 for a successful road trip to hold this down until the Yankees get to their easy part of the schedule at the end of the year against the White Sox and the Orioles. Next up is the Toronto Blue Jays. Apparently, the Toronto Blue Jays have had a lot of trouble with their bullpen as well, and the Yankees' bullpen right now has been the cause of all the stress of the New York Yankees. So this one is going to be a wild affair, folks, because the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays, every time they get together this year, it's been a barn burner, and nothing is going to be different for these next 3 games. The Toronto Blue Jays are in first place. The Yankees are 3 games out. Do the math. Sweep, we're tied for first. Let's win 2 out of 3, and we can bite away. Boston's best player just got hurt the other night. He's going to miss the rest of the season. And the Boston Red Sox just lost another game, and we are up a half game in the division on them and 2 games in the wild card, folks. Let me look at my trusty calendar real quick. Look who's September on my calendar. Oh, boy. Yep, that's not happening anymore. Bye. All right. So for now on, Jazz is going to be my September. All right, let's look at the schedule real quick. Home games, Toronto this weekend, barn burner. We got Detroit, and then we finish up against Boston. The Yankees are on pace. The Yankees are doing exactly what they have to do. Did I like the fact that the Yankees bullpen did get taxed in this series? No. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do, and the Houston are no chumps. And the Yankees had easy competition, and they rested everybody before this. Now remember this, Cruz came back to his old form tonight, and that's what it's going to be, guys. It's going to be a revolving door of bullpen guys. Who's hot and who's not, and it's going to be up to Aaron Boone and the New York Yankees to figure out who it is and get the right formula, because you have so many guys in the bullpen, it's going to change on a nightly basis, guys. But you know what? This has been the most exciting September I can remember as a Yankee fan in a long time. Also, quick shout out to Giancarlo Moon Boots Frankenstein Stanton. He left up a couple of doubles last night with his defense, but he made up for it tonight. I want you to look at this play. Look at the way that Giancarlo Stanton plays it off the wall, throws it to second with the great on-point throw, and saves a double. They would have scored a run, possibly, with the single, and the way that the inning ended up with Luke Weaver with that single, and if he moves to second, he's probably scoring on that, and you got a tie ball game. So Frankenstein giveth and taketh away. But Aaron Judge needs to get back in the outfield. Are you hurt or are you not, Aaron Judge? Because you've been MIA and everyone's been picking up the slack for you. Giancarlo Stanton's throwing this team on his back. Cody Bellinger's throwing the team on his back. Trent Grisham's throwing the team on his back. Aaron Judge, it's time for you to pick it up in crunch time, because you are on the back of a milk carton right now. And if you're hurt, sit, because other guys can play that are 100% healthy, and I'd rather have 100% healthy over a guy that's struggling, that is clogging up the outfield, and let Giancarlo rest in the DH. Trent Grisham tonight. I opened up the show by singing his praises, but enough can't be said about the mustache man. This guy's year has earned him about $120 million.
On the throw down to second, the collision there, the other. So I don't think it's anything major. At least that's the sense right now, but we'll see how he's doing tomorrow.
The first one was that hurry up scramble right after the second.
Well, Jazz has got dual contusion and he's day-to-day, but aren't we all, folks? And remember, you can check us out here day-to-day and also on Instagram, New York Minute, that's NEWYRKMIN, and also check out my Jets 2025 season preview. That's the thumbnail with the bag over my head. Yup, that's me, folks. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Bye.